If they tell you that their love language is physical touch, they're a whore.
Oh, you didn't show me why I should be willing to do something like this for you.
Right.
I don't date for love. I date for alignment.
If I was a man, I'd be like, she's smart.
I like it.
Need to talk about love, friendships, or figuring out your 20s without completely losing your mind? Welcome to the Girls That Get It podcast, your go-to hotline.
The girls that get it, and the girls that don't.
Welcome back to the Girls That Get It. I am Amira Marie.
And I am Rochelle.
And this is the Girls That Get It podcast. Because at the end of the day, the ones that get it are
the girls that get it.
And we're back to episode number 2.
Dos.
We're
back.
We are back.
We are back with another episode. How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel like, we received a lot of great feedback from our first episode. And, people were calling. And
they were calling.
We answered.
We're finally answering the phone.
Answering.
Because it was going to voicemail for
every time. What did it do?
But it had like a dial tone, like voicemail. We'll get back to you.
We'll get back.
Eventually.
Maybe.
I know you've had a, interesting last couple of days. We both have, if we want to be real.
Yes, we have.
Love is in the air.
Extremely.
Love is in the air.
Extremely.
Do you feel the love?
So far, yes.
Do you feel like there could be love?
Yes. Potential.
What do you think love is to you? Like, what define love and you're like, and this could be like love, like, it doesn't have to be like relationship. It can be family, it can be friends, it can be anything. But like, what do you feel like love?
I think love to me is indescribable. It's unconditional. It's something that is different amongst different people.
Mm-hmm.
Love can be an action. So it's something that you can say. I think showing love is more my speed. I like to show people that I love them. So whether that's doing acts of kindness, but
what would you say is your love language?
Oh, that's a good question.
You want me to tell mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I feel like, and then I'll tell you something funny. Because I just seen this video, right?
Yeah.
And I've been joking about this for the last couple of days with one of my friends.
Yeah.
The video said, if a guy tells you, or anybody for that matter, not just guys, I'll say for women too, if they tell you that their love language is physical touch, they're a whore.
Oh,
you said
I remember that.
That is so funny.
Was that on my TikTokers? I feel
yes.
Can that be a thing? Like, is that considered? Like, I don't know.
What?
I've never heard of
physical touch. That's not my love language. That's absolutely not my love language. But that means, like, that just gives me the impression, like, your love language is love. Anybody that you encounter, and it could be so surface, you still gonna be.
I don't think I would be a fan of something like that, personally. Because, like, that's not I don't know. That's not.
I mean, but I
get it. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. I get it, but I also feel like I just would want something that is, I don't know.
I don't mind it because it's not mine. So maybe that it's not mine. I'm not like a touchy-feely kind of person.
Yeah.
So if somebody else's love language is physical touch, I'm not opposed to it because like you'll bring that side out of me.
Yeah.
But that video put into perspective.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Physical touch. I'm looking at your side, but I would say mine is like quality time. I love quality time.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be. You have to spend every hour of the day with me but it's like designated time.
Yes, consideration. That is actually mine. If you want to consider that a love language, it is to consider me.
Okay.
That is the highest form of love, if you ask me. Consideration.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. It all goes into the same thing.
It does.
But since we're on the topic of love, are you seeking in romance? Since, like I said, love can be spread across family members, friends, relationships, etc. Are you seeking in romance what you didn't get from your parents? And, talk about your upbringing a little bit. And we already talked about your definition of love. So we know how you feel about love and what's your vision of love. So do you feel like you the way you love others or the way you express love or show love is based off of what you experienced growing up.
Yeah. I definitely will say that my experience growing up, I felt love. I did. I can't even lie. I have a family, and that's one thing I always tell people. I am so grateful for my family. You know, every family has their ups and downs. Every family goes through things, you know, but for me specifically, you know, I felt loved by my family. Yeah. And it's such a great feeling to know that you have people that don't want anything from you, but they just want to give love to you. Yeah. And because I felt that way, now don't get me wrong, you know, I think that I'm always going to have a difference in the way that I handle love nowadays because I'm getting older. You know, we're changing, and you know, the love that we receive from our family, while that is the blueprint, that isn't going to ideally be the same love you see in with your partner. And I think for me, I'm seeing that, you know, play out. Like I'm seeing it, you know, before my eyes. And I just think that, yes, my family has set the blueprint for me, but, you know, I'm constantly changing, you know, my standards are changing, how I view relationships are changing. So I can't really say that I got impacted much other than the fact that I do know what love is, and I do know what it means to be loved. Yeah. You know, I give credit to both of my parents, my mother and my father. You know, while I was in separate households, I still felt love from both of them. And the way that they structured my life, I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, I just wouldn't, because I wouldn't be the person I am right now. So I would definitely say, in all, it has been a great experience being brought up when I was brought up by the people I was brought up by, and now to be able to see myself fly off and experience love on my own.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like in my household, I would agree with the fact that I feel that I got love from both of my parents, even though I lost a parent very young. Yeah. I still felt the love. Yeah. And then being raised by like a single mother, she gave me all the love that I needed. That she could, yeah. I do feel like sometimes though, because I had that example of love from just a mother and a woman, it's hard for me to accept love from a man. And granted, these men are still very young, so they have a lot of growing to do. Yeah. But in terms of, you know, when you have that father figure in your life that shows you how you should be loved by anybody, any man, I don't feel like I got that. I'm grateful that I have like a stepdad that, you know, who is like my father. Right. He instills in me, you know, certain things that I should accept, not accept and not accept in relationships and from any guy, whether I'm dating or in a relationship or they're even like a friend. Yeah. But I also say to myself all the time, I'm trying to break generational curses. Yeah. So therefore, there were also some things that I saw that definitely shaped how I approach love. Absolutely. And expressing it. But I feel love in general, whether it's to a friend or to just a stranger. Yeah. Because some people, if you walk with love, you walk with light, you can see that. If you exude it, it doesn't have to be, I gotta know you to love you. No. You can love people from a distance. That's what the saying is for. Absolutely. I feel that overall, my parents did a good job instilling that. Now, relationship-wise, that's a whole nother topic. Yeah.
I mean, it is. It is. Like, love is just such a, it can be so complex. It really could. It really
But why do it gotta be? I feel like it shouldn't have to be complex, though.
It shouldn't be, but I think that where we are, I'm not going to be honest. Like, I mean, I'm going to be honest. The generation we're in, I don't think people really know how to love because of their circumstances. A lot of people are loving just through lust. People think that they're loving someone, but they're lusting over someone. People are saying that they love people, but really it's trauma bonds. Like, it's so many things that people consider
love bombing.
Love, but it's not necessarily like love. It's not love. It's just situations that they've put themselves in and have started to create it as we love each other. Yeah. And I've experienced that. So I
in all forms.
I've experienced it. Yeah. But I think that's actually a good point, because now I could ask you the question of, like, what is tenderism? And honestly, this is a good question because I feel like we hear that word a lot. We've been hearing it a lot on social media, right? You seen that video of the guy and the drops off the bone. God. It's so tender. Yes. But, why do you think that women specifically are craving it now? And, like, do you think people are genuinely becoming more emotionally available from it? Or do you think it's just, a trend that's been made?
You mean like if somebody is tender for somebody?
Right. Like, do you think that's actually an emotion you can feel for someone? Or do you think that it's just a trend that was made up and now people feel like, I'm sliding down walls for this man. I'm sliding down the wall for that girl.
I'm sliding down the wall. I'm not gonna lie. If I really like you, I'm sliding down the wall for real. Okay. I think that it has to do with, you have to really put into perspective the type of relationship that you have with that person, first of all. I'm not being tender for just anybody. Yeah. Let's make that clear. Now, if you tender for everybody, you got to question. You need to question yourself and look in the mirror and be like, and is it even tender, or are you just easy? Are you easy going?
You just going.
Or are you just going?
Me through there.
So I think that that's what you have to put into perspective. Now, if I am attracted to you, I like you, and it's beyond a surface level, I could be a little tender for you. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's another thing. I feel like a lot of people are being like, oh, you tender. I'm tender because this person deserves to be, I could be tender to them. I want somebody to be tender about me. I want somebody to not play about me. Yeah. And be, now, there's a difference in being like tender and you're like overly emotional, crashing out. Yeah.
You should never get to that point, though.
You blowing up my phone.
You should never get to that point.
Certain things
should never get to that point.
It should never get to that point.
Absolutely not.
But tender, like, it's falling up.
I think it's good.
You pick up, you call me? Yes, I'm answering the phone. Yeah. Fine, why not? But
would you consider that tender, though? Like, I think that in society, tender means, like, people really think that because of how easy the bone fell off, they're considering you easy for that. But my thing is,
I think people are misinterpreting that, though.
Yes, like, what considers a person as easy, though? Because I'm going to be honest. No, I'm going to be honest. Let's just try to put this into perspective.
Okay.
I think it's a double standard. And it is a double standard.
It's always going to be a double standard.
But I'm going to tell you, though. Because men are easy as well.
Yeah.
Okay?
They're probably easier than women. But right. I don't know if we want to talk about that.
People don't want to acknowledge that part. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you were to say that a man was easily sliding down the wall for a woman, now all of a sudden he's weak. Now all of a sudden he doesn't have emotion. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, I don't really like her like that. Like, I'm not really. But it's like,
they're trying to play hard.
Yeah, it's like,
they're conditioned to do that. That's just the nature of the species of men.
Like, I don't.
For lack of a better term, that is the nature of the species for men. They are conditioned to not show a certain level of emotion, care, empathy, all of the things. They are. If I was a man and I saw my homeboy, like, bro, this girl, bro, like, oh my gosh, I'll be like,
you would?
I would.
I don't know. I think so
I don't be mad at it.
I just want more men to express their emotions.
I mean, yeah, ideally that would be amazing.
I want you to be tender. I want you to be a chicken tender.
We definitely want you to be a chicken tender.
Yeah, I want you to be a chicken tender. Not really, but, like, you know what I mean.
Not a chicken tender like you were tender towards everything else.
No, but
just about
like,
your girl?
Yes, like, why not? Be a chicken tender.
If you really like the girl, express it. Maybe like,
no.
She cool, like,
yeah.
And try to play the game like you look stupid because we can tell that you like the girl. You with her all the time. You call her every day.
Yeah, just show emotion.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel. But I also do believe, and this is in my opinion, you know, women have to accept men for doing that. Because just like how you said,
you feel like they would, though?
Not a lot of women do. Not a lot of women do. And I don't think that that's talked about enough either. Sometimes women are not used to seeing men actually have emotion. And so when they see it, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you showing emotion? Like, it's almost kind of like a ick. Yeah. And it's like, no, what if he just genuinely wanted to express himself? And now that's what shuts the boy down. Yeah, because now he's like, I tried to open up. I tried to express how I really felt. I really tried to be transparent in this moment, and she shut me down.
But let's be honest, the problem is they don't lead with that.
No. Okay. And
that it's always like a gradual thing with a guy. Like, you gotta not all, but most. Let's be real. With most, it's never like a lead with emotion. Show that you have an emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
They never lead with that.
Emotional intelligence.
They never lead with that. They always lead with, they gotta be hard. They put it on a facade. But then once you get to know them, once y'all at month 4, 3, maybe, I don't know what month it is, then they start showing sides of them that you ain't never seen before, and now you're just figuring out, okay, now they're letting me in, which is fine, because I feel like some people always have, it takes time when you have that boundary. But communicate that, though.
It's key.
Rather than just going into it and you trying to play hard body, but in reality you're a Cancer or you're emotional as heck. That was overly specific.
I'm a Cancer.
Men,
Hold on.
That's no shade. That is no shade. Because I have dealt, and you know that. I have definitely dealt with a Cancer man. And you know that. And you know how they get. That might have been very specific. And I know whoever's the Cancer probably felt that the same way she did. But did I lie?
Did I lie?
Did I lie?
No, I think that...
No.
I don't believe in astrology. I don't like when people try to put me in a category because of my astrology.
You're bluffing. Are you for real?
I'm dead serious.
Okay.
I don't go off of that, but that's a whole nother topic.
I don't believe in everything in astrology, but I will say it makes a lot of sense when I meet people of the same zodiac and they have the same characteristics about themselves.
Okay.
It has to make sense in some kind of way. Now, I'm not looking up what's your rising, your fall, and whatever.
And people know stars. That too.
I'm not warm sun, and I'm not looking all that up. I'm not. But I'm going to look up the characteristics, and I'm going to put 2 + 2 = 4 for sure.
Right.
And that's why this person is the way that they are. And did I lie about Cancer men? No, they are the most emotional sign.
I have yet to experience.
Keyword.
To be determined.
Keyword. Yes. And I don't think, and sometimes it's not in the worst way, though. Let's be real. I appreciate it, but at the same time, sometimes it gets to be too much.
Understood.
So that's just personally how I feel. But you know how I said that I've had experience with Cancer men. So what's a version of you that loved someone in the past? And then love can be anybody, again. Right. What's a version of you that loves someone but had to leave behind? And we talked about how, love, love may not be enough to keep this person around. You could love people from a distance, like we said.
I would say that version of me was actually the high school me.
Which is
very recent.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was 5 years ago.
5 years
ago. I would say it was with my previous relationship. Okay. I will just say that, I was someone who was always just willing to do whatever, like hop up and do whatever for that person because I genuinely, cared and loved for that person. I genuinely felt like that was my person. Because during those adolescent years, during those times, you really think that, oh my gosh, like this is somebody that loves me, for what my version of love was at that time. Of course, again, like we said in the beginning, your version of love changes as you get older.
Right.
And looking back on it, I definitely feel like it was just it was one of those things where I wish that I really just looked at things for what they were, you know? Like, so you can't help people. You cannot save people. You cannot do stuff for people if they don't want it for themselves. You cannot be someone's superhero. You can't. You know, people have to want to change for themselves. And I truly believe that no matter how much love you give to a person, no matter how much effort and time you pour into that person, if they don't want to receive that themselves, then it's not going to work. And all you're going to do is keep crashing into a wall with yourself because you feel like you're giving somebody something that they're not trying to receive. And I think that version of me was let go. And now, you know, fast forward to where I am now, I feel like, you know, I'll give myself 100%. I'll never, you know, give less of myself to somebody else, you know, because I do believe that once you meet new people, they should and they do deserve 100% of you. Just because somebody in your past, you know, hasn't been the best for you doesn't mean that this new person should experience what you've dealt with. And so I feel like I've given, you know, new people an opportunity to experience me in my full light right now. And I'm happy I'm doing that because that is allowing for them to see that I am willing to receive love as well. And that I'm not just bitter or I'm not resentful or I'm not holding a grudge from my previous relationship or previous experiences with other people. So that is a version of me that I felt I needed to let go.
So not to harp on that a little too much, but how do you paint the picture of, like, how were you in that relationship? Like, what kind of girlfriend were you for you to get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm now at this point in my life where I'm changing and I can't accept this from you anymore, accept the situation anymore, and I have to, like, leave or just remove myself. Like, what kind of girlfriend were you to be accepting that and to then change and be like, actually, nah.
I was literally in high school. I'll just give you a nice little story, but it won't be too in-depth. All I'll say is this. I was in high school. I had me a nice job, and I had me a car. Those combinations alone was like, oh, I got my own money. I got my car. I could go where I want. You know, my parents, of course, they trusted me. So they're like, hey, you know, you're showing us that you're responsible. This man lived about 30-something minutes away from me.
Oh, nice little job.
And I literally...
He didn't have a car? You was driving? Oh.
And I literally know about that. And I literally would make sure that he was good. Almost 5 days out the week, I was always going there. And the thing about it is,
him. He never came to you. Rarely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing about it is that a lot of people will be like, oh, well, girl, why did you, you know, but at the time, it's like when you are in a relationship with somebody and that's your first one.
Everything.
That was also like my first one.
Love.
Yeah, that was my, love? Well, I would say that was my first real relationship. And that was something that...
You skate around this question here.
And that was something that I feel... You know, it was just like my duty. It was like, oh my God, like, of course, I got to make sure he's okay. Like, I want to make sure. But like you just said, looking back, it's kind of like you could have also made more efforts, you know? And that's never to bash anyone, but that's just to be real about it. Like, start to look at things for what they are and accept people for who they are. He's not a bad person. And I could just put that out there as well. He's not a bad person. You know, some people just aren't for you. You were for me at that time of my life. I have grown up. I am a evolving woman. So what I would have tolerated back then is not the same as now. But that is the whole part of evolution. That is the whole part of growing up as a woman or a man in society. It is you know, seeing what works for you and what doesn't. You change, hopefully, from them and those experiences, and you move forward in a better, you know, like now, you know, I look at things different. I act different, and I'm happy that I've put those boundaries down. And that's
it feel like you go to sleep and wake up one day and it just happens? I feel like that's what happens with me all the time. Like, I feel like I'm the type of person, when I say I want to change something or I'm ready for a transition, I can go to sleep and wake
boom,
up.
It happens.
And that's...
Fierce.
I mean...
That quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's a work in progress. But the mindset immediately changes. Yes, it's not... I mean, the actions always have to, like... It takes gradual. Time. It takes time. I'm not a perfect person. But once I say to myself and literally put it in my brain, I'm not trying to be this person anymore. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to grow as a person.
For sure.
I go to sleep on that. I wake up.
I gotta do something.
And I'm doing it. Yeah.
I agree. I think that to each his own. I think it definitely, like you said, it takes time. I think for me, you know, it's like breaking a whole old habit. It's really that. It's literally breaking an old habit. Mm-hmm. You are so used to and accustomed to doing one thing for a big part and chunk of your life, and then all of a sudden you have to now have this whole new mindset shift. Mm-hmm. But in reality of it, what I try to look at things now is just like, this is for the betterment of you. Yeah. You know, this is for the betterment of where I'm trying to go. Mm-hmm. So if anything, I'm going to try to work 10 times harder to make sure that this change is happening effectively, because I want to make sure that I'm doing it for the best of me. And
also, if God instilled this feeling of change in you, it wouldn't be without purpose.
Exactly. So I would say the transition was not that bad. Okay. But how about you? Do you feel like you've had the same experiences?
I do. I definitely did once I wouldn't necessarily say out of high school. Mm-hmm. My transition didn't really happen maybe till sophomore year of college. Yeah. Because I'm definitely a stick it out kind of girl. Yeah. I believe that nobody is perfect.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm very much a take people who they are, and I respect the movement of growth. So I knew that the situation that I was in, obviously we're not getting any younger. We're going to change. Yeah. I'm willing to accept the change from you because I love you, type of thing. And I know that I'm changing too. I like I said, I go to sleep on something, I wake up the next day, and I'm mindset is immediately changing. Then from my mindset, my actions immediately follow through. Yeah. So I just felt at a certain point, my version of leaving that person where they were at was more so just not tolerating certain things. Yeah. And it became one-sided. If I'm making these strides to not really, I hate the word change. I don't want to say I hate the word change, but change sounds like, oh, you trying to switch up and be a new person. Yeah. I wasn't trying to switch up and be a new person. I was just trying to improve.
But it's okay to change.
I mean, yeah, no, it is. But I don't want to, like, you know how people say, you switch up, you act like you brand new, you act like a new person, da 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 da. Yeah. And they kind of can't identify with you. I mean, yeah, but I'm going to put it like this. I would feel some type of way if I had I'm going to put it like as a friend. If I had a friend, I knew she was one kind of way, and she woke up the next day and she started acting weird, but she's telling me, oh, I'm just changing. But you're acting weird towards me.
Yeah, not acting weird, but changing yourself, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And that's how I was changing myself, but changing in the way of improvement.
Because get this. Not everybody deserves a new version of you.
Exactly. And that's the point that I got to, though. I felt like I'm changing and growing and evolving, and I feel like you're complacent. Yeah. Or you see that growth out of me, or you see I'm trying to put in the work and you're not making the effort to. Yeah. So I personally felt like that person was complacent. Yeah. And who they were. And I didn't like the patterns that I was seeing. Once your vision starts to change, once you're growing and evolving, and you're like, oh, you're actually doing something or being a certain kind of way that I can't I don't really like, and I won't accept. And so that lens shifted, and I didn't leave them totally behind. Yeah. Because eventually I came back around. But then eventually I had to leave them behind again. I mean, I'm a double back. I am a double back.
Okay, well then we can go here then.
Okay.
Would you consider yourself a lover girl? And that's just yes or no?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So as we know, Summer Walker, the R&B princess as she calls herself, she released her album Finally Over It recently. And in a recent interview with Speedy, she said that she is a retired lover girl and that she doesn't date for love anymore. So, do you consider yourself dating for love? And how do you feel when people say that we're too young?
To date for love?
That we're too young in general to like know what love is. Like, have you ever had somebody say that to you? Like, oh girl, you're too young for that. You don't know what love is yet. You're too young. Like, I've had so many people tell me that in my life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I hate that.
I hate that too.
I actually despise that because
who are you to tell me that I'm really in love right now? Don't tell me that.
No,
especially like, no, really, people that are in love do not want to hear that. And you may think
their version of love, yeah.
Exactly, and that's another thing. Your version of love or in love may be very different from mine. Who are you to tell me that it's not love, or I'm not in love, or I'm too young?
Yeah.
I'm in the young love.
I may be young, but I'm
ready. Exactly. What's the TikTok? Ready?
Yeah. Exactly.
No, but yeah, I'm in young love. When I was young, if I said I was in love, yes, obviously it's not your version of love. You're grown.
Yeah.
I'm in young love.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that. I don't want to be in your version of love because it really looks unhappy.
Yeah.
I hate when people do that. First of all, I hate when people give unsolicited advice.
Yeah, and that they can't even take themselves. Like, you're not
if your situation looks crazy as heck right now, why are you trying to give me advice on who I should love or be in love with?
Not even taking your own advice.
But to your question, though, I would definitely say I date for love.
Yeah.
It's hard. It really is hard because in reality, even though our reality, I feel like, is a little bit different because while we are young women, we have very mature mindsets.
Absolutely.
And ways about ourselves. So that makes it a little bit more difficult when it comes to dating for us because men our age are not there. We already know, again, back to the male species, y'all mature a little bit slower. Y'all do. And so therefore, and this is for the guys that we want to get it, so we're putting you on game.
Literally.
We don't be looking for a lot. There are some women our age that have made the movement of tricking or guys doing certain things that
that's not love though. That's just what they're
it's not love, but that's their depiction of love. That really is. But they identify as a man loves me if he do this, that.
Men, could you buy it yourself?
Yeah, do you buy it for you? Don't buy me. Don't buy.
Do you have that money in your bank account? And I'm talking about the ladies.
Yeah.
Do you,
to buy
as a young woman, have that money in your bank account to be asking a man? Because I've always said to myself, I will never, ever, ever part my lips to ask a man for anything unless I had that in my bank account.
Marlene's times still that in me.
Times 2.
Don't ask nobody, especially a man, for nothing. That's why it goes back to our earlier episode. I want to see what you want to do.
Yeah.
What you rather. If I want to buy it for you, I will. But I would never ask you to buy anything like that from me.
Absolutely
you should
not.
always know, man or women,
Absolutely
don't ask nobody to buy you nothing that you would not buy for yourself.
Or that you can't. Like,
that you can't buy
cannot buy yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is a selfish mindset. Yeah. That's such a selfish mindset.
Now, if they decide that that's something that they want to do with their money, by all means, go ahead and do that. If you woke up one day and be like, I want to treat my girl, I want to treat my man, I'm going to go buy him something. Do it.
Yeah.
But don't be like, babe, can I get this? Because what if they look at you and be like, you won't get it from me?
But what did you just... I'm going to be honest. As a man, they're probably thinking, what did you do to deserve that? And that's a real mindset to have. Yeah. What did you do to deserve me to buy you this? Because even as a woman, let's say a man was to turn around and ask me for something. And low-key, I'm just kind of like... Not even that you're a man. Because I wouldn't mind it. But it's the fact of... You didn't show me why I should be willing to do something like this for you.
Right.
Like, I think it's levels. It is levels to relationships. It's levels. It's not just hopping out the gate. Yeah. I got to buy you this. If anything, that is love bombing within itself. You are immediately coming out the gate just trying to do all this.
All of the things.
Just to show me and wine and dine me and impress me.
Yes.
But in reality... If you take all of that away, what is this in reality? Right. What are we trying to build here?
Right.
And a lot of times, people can't even tell you. They cannot even tell you.
Yeah.
I would also say that I don't date for love. I date for alignment.
It's like, no, please stop.
I do.
No, that's good though, sister.
I date for alignment.
But you don't want love either.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Okay, I would say I don't date for love. I date and I want there to be love.
Mm-hmm.
But of course I want there to be other things.
Of course love is going to be in there. But like we just
But you date for alignment.
I date for alignment. Like
alignment in what aspect?
Alignment meaning that I want to make sure we are morally aligned.
Mm-hmm.
Our values are aligned.
Mm-hmm.
When we think of situations. Now, don't get me wrong. We are human beings. We are all different in our own way. Mm-hmm. Rightfully so. That's how God made us and created us. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to those type of things, and those are just 2 of many, but those are very, very important things for me in my, relationship and what I would like to see. You know, it is so important because you brung up this quote to me, and now I literally always say it all the time. And I actually just said it the other day about how you really only get to pick one person in your life, and that's your spouse. You cannot pick your family.
I saw that, y'all. TikTok be dropping gems.
You cannot pick anyone else.
Your husband. It was the exact quote was, "Your husband is the only family member that you get to pick."
Yes,
family you don't get to pick.
You have to do it wisely.
You have to choose.
You have to, and because I know that is where my head is, I only want to seek a relationship for the alignment. Now, of course, love. Who wouldn't want to feel love? Who wouldn't want to feel that they have that emotion? But realistically, no. I want more of an alignment. I want to make sure that we are seeing eye to eye on majority of the things. We're not always going to see eye to eye on everything, but to make sure that we have a good understanding of where this is going, because, you know, eventually you want to have children and you want to create your own legacy. And if you're not aligned with your person, your spouse, the person that you have come before God with, I mean, then it's not going to go well for your future, in my opinion. It's not gonna be successful.
I would definitely say, that's a good way to put it.
Thank you.
That's a good way to think. I love that. If I was a man, I'd be like, she's smart.
I like it.
I like that.
She knows what she's doing.
What is that? Where do you just get your Let me stop you.
He's like, your mindset.
Yeah, we're throwing shade right now.
I never met no one that
true. But I am a lover girl, so of course I want to feel all of the feels. I do. I want to feel like you love my dirty draws. I want for real. No, is that not? I'm not even trying. All right.
What?
I'm not even trying to be funny, but
oh my god.
To say but I'm saying that to say that's how much you love somebody. Because let's be real. I'm in a phase of dating right now.
Yeah.
Where it's that beginning phase, you want everything to be right.
Right.
We going out on a date, or not even coming out on a date. Something casual.
Yeah.
But I still have to look up to par. Yeah. I'm not gonna be like, you know what, my slick back ain't the freshest. It's okay. They can see me in a little, or I don't gotta put on makeup. And so that I'm in that phase right now. Yeah. You can't see me at my worst. But I've grown to know that when you really love somebody, you would take them. You don't mind. No. You not even that you don't mind. You really don't care.
You're not paying attention to that. Because there's so much more to pay attention to.
Right. And that's just the kind of love I love. I love. Yes. I'm a hopeless romantic. That's what I would say. Okay. I am a hopeless romantic. I believe in the fairy tales. I believe in all it. And I believe that God has that for me. I really do. Because I see that for myself.
Absolutely. If you can see it for yourself,
then it's a thing.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening. And God would have never put that in you.
Yes. And so I believe that for myself wholeheartedly. It's unfortunate, though, that I've had to find myself in a place where I have to limit that part of myself. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like that's just naturally who I am. Yeah. With family, with friends, anything. I feel like I'm naturally I express my love to my friends and my family.
Yeah.
And so when I'm getting to know somebody and I have to hold that back because I don't want it to come off as too much, basically. Sometimes it could be too much for somebody, too heavy too soon. It sucks. It's dang, I just want to be, me. But you can't give that part of yourself to everybody either. Some people just really don't deserve it. And that's also what
we talked about.
Yeah. And so I understand Summer where she says you can't date for love anymore. Now, do I think that she should do that? No, because in reality, I think God created man and woman.
Yeah. But not everybody's the same. And I think sometimes a lot of people take their one relationship and we just talked about using it against everybody else that comes after them, and it's it's not fair.
Right.
It's not fair.
It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to whatever that person is that's out there for you.
You have to give yourself that time to process what you've been through. A lot of people don't even do that. They don't give themselves time to process what it is that they just encountered with another person.
Yeah.
Everybody's so quick to hop into something new, so quick to hop into the next thing because they want to not feel that void that they really have to. You have to sit with yourself, you have to be in solitude with yourself. You have to reflect and think about what you just went through, and then, figure out if you're ready to move forward with another human being, and I think a lot of people really are just so careless when it comes to dealing with people nowadays. So careless. They don't care about how they made the other person feel. They don't care about
stuck in your ways of and thinking your way is the right way.
And it's not. I literally, and that goes
consideration. That goes back into
consideration. And I literally always just tell myself, like, and anyone that I come across, anyone who is pursuing me, like, if they ask me, what does love look like for you? Consideration.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like for me. If you can consider me in your life, if you can think about me before you do things, say things, and think about how that will make me feel, how that will make me react, and vice versa, me too, doing that for them, then I know that you understand that you understand me as a person. Like, you'll be able to really understand me as a person.
Right.
And that's all I really,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Honestly.
You're right. And I'm so happy that we are strong-minded women.
I do.
That know what we want. I hope y'all can tell. And see that we know what we want. And me and Amira talk about this all of the time of like, we really don't. It's not overly strict, but it's very much a strict program in terms of,
I would say it's human decency. Like, if people like to say strict, I think this is just basic human decency. You treat people how you want to be treated. You give people the level of respect that they deserve. This is basic human decency. This is not strict at all. I think this is just what people should have been taught from their childhood. But, in this generation, people say, it's a strict program. Well, no. So I run a very human, basic human decency program.
But it's not basic to some, and that's the annoying part.
Yeah.
That is the annoying and very frustrating part about it. You would think that it's human decency for everybody, but it's not.
It's not.
And we literally firsthand encountered that.
Yeah.
With people that are close to us. I just went through this the other day. But we're not even going to get into that. This is why we get it, though. You see? So, okay, so this segment is called For the Girls. You guys know this segment from the first episode.
Yes.
Basically, I will be asking Amira a question that she doesn't know, and Amira will be asking me a question that I don't know. And so we're just going to get into it. It's a little juicy. But because it is around the holiday season, obviously Christmas is coming up and the New Year is coming up. We wanted to do something on a little theme of like Christmas and New Year's. So we gave each other that theme.
The holidays.
So, let's bring in the holidays. We're feeling all of the holiday energy, the vibes, everything. So, you ready for your question?
I'm ready.
Because you don't know this question. It's easy though. We ain't gonna get too deep like how it's
easy. For you.
Okay. Easy. And I feel like we touched on this a little bit in a previous question. What's something you'll never tolerate in 2026 that you let slide in 2025? What did you let slide in 2025 that you ain't letting slide in 2026?
Once I see a pattern starting to form, I'm breaking it.
A bad pattern.
Bad pattern, right.
What kind of pattern are we talking? I was going to say, what kind of pattern are we talking here?
Prime example.
I was going to say, give us a good example.
If I say, I don't like, or no, not even that I don't like, you made me feel this way. And I address it in a very respectful manner. And then, you act like you've, taken it in. And you considered it, and we're all good. And I look up and you do it again? No. Yeah, at that point, it's almost like, well, no, it is that you just did not care enough to listen to me. Yeah. And you did not care enough. You did not consider me.
Yeah. But you found it was something that you were doing over and over again.
I found that what I would do is give people benefit of doubts. So that's the actual answer. That was like, oh, but people have stuff. I have stuff going on.
Yeah.
I have a life going on.
Yeah.
I'm still considerate. Yeah. I'm still thoughtful.
Yeah.
I'm still willing to go out of my way for a person that I care to get to know.
Absolutely.
But if you are not reciprocating that energy, or if you are showing me that I am not of a priority.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I have to be like the golden trophy yet. Emphasis on yet. You know, but
emphasis on yet.
You know, I'm not even saying that. I'm just asking you to consider me.
Yeah.
And if you can't even do that,
yeah,
then I don't think this is gonna work. Actually, you know, I'm really, really good at, you know, goodbye messages.
You are. Wait, so you say goodbyes? I kind of don't say anything. I've only ever done that with. There's only one person that could ever get that out of me.
No, I'm just saying, like, I sometimes imagine myself if I have to do that.
But you don't really say that. You just like, oh.
I just imagine it. Just in case ever I felt the need where I'm like,
so you just,
you know, I would just like to say that we no longer are aligned here.
Yeah. So you just go ghost.
Everything was really nice. I appreciated your service.
But you're not saying that to them.
I have said that actually one time to someone. I appreciated your services. They're no longer needed. You have a great life.
It's a very way to put it.
Very nice, very calm.
Yes. Thank you for your service.
Wasn't a lot of ruckus at all, actually. It was very
Who said that? Who said thank you for your services?
Thank you for your services.
Somebody said that. I'll find the meat.
Yes.
Because I can't think of it.
Thank you for your services.
Thank you.
That's real. Because, let's be real, a lot of people look at these relationships.
The lady from Basketball Wives.
Thank you.
What? Shawnee said thank you for your services. They're no longer needed.
They're no longer needed, yeah. Literally. That was it. And honestly, I think that is the most calm, respectful way to just let someone know that you are no longer looking forward to moving in a different direction with them.
Yeah.
In that direction with them, yeah.
Yeah. That's good, sister.
Yeah.
Good.
Well.
What's my question?
Are you ready?
Yeah. What's my question?
Okay. Your question is, what's a holiday gift that instantly gives you bare minimum vibes?
Y'all are going to hate me when I say this, and I don't want to hear it, because I will be the evil villain of this podcast. But perfume, I definitely...
Really?
Yes. Wow. I'm not saying that I think...
Wow.
No.
Wait, are you saying while or wow?
Wow.
Wow.
It sounds like I say wow.
Wow.
I don't think that it's a bad gift. That's not what you asked me. You ain't asked me if I thought it was a bad gift.
No, bare minimum. Yeah.
I do think it's a bare minimum gift. I can get perfume year round. I feel like that is... I can get perfume...
There's no thought behind it.
It's no real thought behind... What is the thought behind perfume? When you get somebody perfume, other than I like this scent on you and I want you to smell good,
right?
What do you get perfume for?
Maybe you had to refill. And they knew you were running out, so they were like, I'm going to refill it for you.
That's a little bit thoughtful, but you asked me, like, if they got it for me. If I've been saying, oh my God, I love this perfume so much, I want to get refilled, and I'm not thinking that that's something that you will realistically do, and come to find out you got my perfume refilled for me, that's a little thoughtful. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. But realistically, if you just got me perfume.
So what was your ideal? Like, what is what is I guess, actual gift that you feel like it's thought, there's real thought behind it? And it doesn't have to be actually something like that you can name, but like, what is a scenario in which you feel like if somebody did this for me, I would know they put thought behind it?
I mean, I guess kind of to what I said. If it's something that I've been talking about.
Okay.
If it's something, or not even been talking about. Matter of fact, what really gets me, if I bring it up one time and I forget it. If I be like, ooh, I really would love this. I go about my days. It could be months, weeks, whatever. And
then
the holidays come around. Or not even just the holidays. Like, it don't have to be Christmas. It don't have to be my birthday. But if you just think, you just randomly pop up and be like, I heard you talk about this one day.
So I just wanted to get it. Okay.
That's like, it's thoughtful. Oh my God. My biggest thing is you cannot teach somebody thoughtfulness.
No.
And if somebody has that, and it's just thoughtful like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, you're literally, like, everything ties back into consideration.
Yes.
To think about me beyond just in the after, you know.
But I'm not saying, like, don't get anybody perfume.
Yeah.
Or don't still get
do whatever
perfume.
is in your budget.
I love perfume. Yeah. So I will not be mad at that gift.
Yeah.
But it is kind of the bare minimum. Yeah. The least you could do is give us some name perfume.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's your opinion. And I think that you can stick on it and stand on it.
I am standing on that.
Okay. So now, everyone knows that the hotline has been hot.
The hotline has been hot.
It's been hot. It's been ringing.
Yeah.
We've been getting a lot of calls.
It's been going to voicemail.
We're
just
going
for a little bit. You know, the dial tone.
Right.
You can hear us like we fake answer the phone,
right.
but we really didn't answer the phone.
So, but today,
yeah,
we will be answering the phone.
Yes.
We have one lucky caller.
Yes.
That will be calling the Girls That Get It hotline. Yeah. 1-800 the Girls That Get It.
Yes.
And so they have a question for us.
But tell them if they have a question though, they wanna call in. You guys wanna call in?
If you all wanna call in and you want to get your questions answered,
just DM the girls.
DM the Girls That Get It. Mm-hmm. Official. Mm-hmm. And you ask and you shall receive.
And we'll let you know. Call us in on the episode live and in color.
Let's get it.
So let's get
let's call. Let's get our caller on the phone.
Let's get our caller on the phone, y'all. Okay, so we have our caller. You called the girls, and we finally answered. So, what you got to ask us, girl?
Hey, girls. So, I've just been wondering lately. I've been dating this new guy, and I know I have like an issue with being too independent. So, I wanted to know, like, is being too independent ruining my relationship? And then also, it's around the holidays. So, of course, I would like a Christmas gift, but I have been telling him what I want. And I feel like I have a problem with like sitting back and letting him lead. So, do you guys think this is a problem?
Is this a new relationship?
Yeah, it's fairly new.
Okay.
Well, I will start by saying this. As a woman, it's nothing wrong with being independent. And there's nothing wrong with, knowing that you have your own. Mm-hmm. What I will say is because it is fairly new, you should see what he'd rather do. And you should see where his initiative lies. But also don't have expectations. Mm-hmm. Because it is a new relationship. And some people are different when it comes to the holidays. Some people are, willing to give a gift because that's just how they are. But others may not be in a place where they're like, I don't really know her yet. I don't really know, what she may like. What's her vibe? Maybe I want to, skip it out. So don't take it personal if he doesn't give the gift. I would just say, look at it as, okay, it's a note that I've taken down. You may not be somebody who's really big on holidays, especially since you guys just started to date. But like I said, keep it in the back of your head.
Have y'all started giving gifts to each other yet at all?
No, it'll be like our first gift giving holiday season, really.
Okay.
I feel like...
so this is kind of like setting the foundation of like what kind of gifts that we're getting each other.
Exactly.
I mean, to everything Amira said, I think I agree. In terms of like you being independent, there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's not interfering with
his masculinity.
His masculinity. As long as it's not taking away from it. If he feels like, she feel like she don't need me for nothing, what am I here for? Then that's kind of where things get rocky. But as long as you're still letting him take the lead and the initiative on things as a man, then it's fine. Like, I know, for example, my biggest thing is like, I'm so used to opening doors. Like, I'd be around men that just be like, why do you keep get frustrated? Yeah. Like, it's a bad habit. I'm sorry.
It is. But sometimes also I've caught myself in the act. Like if I am walking towards the door, let's say, for example, I'll like stop and be like, oh, okay, I forgot. There is somebody right here that can open it. So don't have the expectation, but also just take note, but also understand like being a independent woman is perfectly fine. Because at the end of the day, men also love women who are independent, who don't rely on them for everything.
And also, he knew that about you when he met you. So unless you've been performative, have you been performative?
No, I don't feel like I've been performative. I feel like I've been very intentional in this new relationship.
Yeah. So unless like you were putting on a facade that you weren't that way, he knew that about you when he met you. So he can't change that about you. But again, you do have to sometimes take a step back and let him take the lead.
Yeah, let him
as a man. Yeah,
let him show you. But
still remain independent. Don't ever lose that part of yourself, because I think you still should have that aspect, and you don't want to. You don't want to solely rely on him.
And one thing I will say is this: if we really want to get to the nitty gritty, a man really can't lead you until y'all are married.
Oh Lord.
But I'm forever going to throw that in there.
She loves to talk about marriage. I'm so sorry.
I will always.
Do you think you would get married to this person?
I feel like it's too soon to know that. That's a great question.
That's a good question.
Like it's too soon to determine.
Yeah.
I just feel like the only person that could really lead me will be my husband.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
But no. I hope that answered your question, caller.
Yes, and have a great holiday season. And I hope that
the girls that get it.
Yeah, from the girls that get it. And I hope he showers you with all the gifts your heart desires. And I hope that you guys, have a great,
holiday
relationship season.
A kickoff to a beautiful relationship.
Yes. Perfect.
Thank you guys so much for the advice.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
That was good. She was really cool. I hope
that she understands, like, in reality, being independent is nothing wrong. And I also believe, though, it's the holidays, especially if it's your first one with someone. And this is just for all the ladies and all the men. Don't have high expectations for someone, especially if you just met them. It's definitely good to go into it with a clear mind, but you never know a person fully until they show you who they are. And so I think it's nothing wrong with just taking heed and seeing how things go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow.
So, this was a good episode.
This was it. We hope that you all enjoyed episode number 2 of the Girls That Get It podcast. And we are looking forward to seeing y'all in the next episode.
Yes. Enjoy your holiday season. Enjoy your new year. Spend time with your family. And feel all the love that you need for this season. Because 2026,
we're going up.
We're going hard.
The girls that get it.
Get it. And the girls that don't.
So,
bye.